I didn't think after game one it was time to panic. I didn't. But after game two, now you can panic. The LA Clippers are in big trouble. Now, it doesn't mean, the irony is last year they were down 3-1. They were up 3-1 and ultimately lost the series and got eliminated from the playoffs in the bubble. Now they're down 2-0 and people are saying it's over when, hey, just last year you could have said the exact opposite when they were facing the Denver Nuggets. But I think that there's always a portion of the story which goes untold. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers shortly, but I always think it's fascinating hey, well, they should have drafted a wide receiver because, drafting a quarterback ticks off Aaron Rodgers, and drafting a wide receiver or signing a wide receiver, well, that tells everybody you're all in on winning. Has anybody ever thought of this as a possibility? If you draft or sign a wide receiver, you're going to make that wide receiver room suddenly a little bit less comfortable because everyone knows, just like the quarterback room now, that you draft a guy, you're going to play a guy. That means somebody else gets less reps. Less reps is fewer catches is less money in your next deal. If you draft somebody or sign somebody at a position, it tells that position you don't believe in them as much. And by not drafting somebody, the message could be relayed, but we do believe we have the talent in the room. Here's what I mean in regards to the Clippers and the Mavericks. I don't know why the Clippers lost their last 2 games of the year. I know that it felt intentional. It felt, if you lose to the Rockets and to the Thunder, 2 teams that combined 1 win in the last 2 months of the season before facing the Mavericks, the Clippers. If you lose to those teams who are better off losing, you're trying to lose. Does anybody have any argument with that? I don't think so. You're trying to lose basketball games. So I don't know if it was to avoid the Lakers. I don't know if it's because they felt like they matched up better with the Jazz, or the fact that they wanted the Mavericks, or maybe they just wanted to rest all of their guys and thinking, you know what? We'll figure it out eventually. We're better off resting our guys. Whatever it is, they're down 2-0. And the opposite side of the are they ducking the Lakers, is you have no idea what a motivated team who feels like you're saying we want them. That's the matchup we want. Even if they had the numbers, even had nothing to do with personal, people take it personally. Luka Doncic, 39, 7-7. Tim Hardaway Jr., 6 of 8 on 3-point shots. We can't blame Kawhi, at least offensively, 41, 6-4. Hell, Paul George wasn't bad. But man, the defense. They have been completely unable to stop Luka. That's really what it comes down to. And, the Mavericks are shot 53% from 3. 18 of 34. That wins you games. And a lot of that is having to try and figure out how to stop Luka. And I do this all the time with games, especially, I think college football games are the worst at this, where you're like, well, you give Nick Saban 2 weeks to prepare. The other guy gets to prepare as well. So part of it is the coaching, but part of it is the personnel. Like Nick Saban's awesome. He's a very good coach. He has very good coaches. They have more assistant coaches than anybody in the country, and they hire really, really good ones. That said, the other guy gets to prepare, and his staff gets the same amount of time if you have equal time to prepare for a bowl game or whatever, a national semifinal. I mean that in the Clippers can say, we got more time to prepare. We love this matchup. But Rick Carlisle's won a title too. They do have Luka. Luka's played motivated. He's always seemingly motivated this time of year. And they're up 2-0. Rick Carlisle gets a chance to match up against the Clippers, not just the Clippers matching up against the Mavericks. They're in trouble. I'm in big trouble. And we'll talk about the Lakers upcoming. Let's be honest. The Lakers were not in a good spot there midway, late in the fourth quarter, 4 minutes to go. The Suns take their first lead of the fourth quarter, but they figured it out. The Clippers, Paul George saying he's not concerned.
There's no level of concern. I mean, we just got to play our game. We got to play through this. We gotta incorporate our defense. Luka's gonna get his touches. We just got to do a better job defensively of just quieting everyone else.
Kawhi Leonard says he believes they need to play better on defense.
It's not magic. We gotta, come out and, play basketball. Like I said, get stops. They shooting too great in the first two games. And we have to help each other. Too many straight line drive, dunks, layups. Yeah, we gotta hang our hat on the defensive end.
I mean, look, 18 made threes. Many of them step in, open variety where they're struggling in rotations, and Dallas kind of has their heads spinning. But here's the other part to it. We all make this assumption that a cast of dudes and a coach who's won a championship, and ultimately it's going to work. But it hasn't always worked. And I did think, and I continue to believe that there's still hope for this year. They're going to have to find a way. They got to, you're going to have to win the next two. And you can't win two until you win one. So the next game becomes of paramount importance. Nobody comes down from three games to none. But so you can't win two unless you win one. And I thought that year two, well, they would have enough time together. And even though they remade the roster and tried to fixed it, and most people thought the Rondo thing was a brilliant thing. Let's be honest. At some point, the regular season Rondo will creep in more to the playoff Rondo the older you get, because you just can't go to the well that often. I told you guys 3 years ago, I don't think you win a title with Pat Beverly as a starter. He can't play in this series when Luka's on the floor. They find him and they just expose him. The Clippers got exactly what they wanted. The Clippers got exactly what they wanted they wanted the Mavericks, they got it. And never forget that when you pick a team that you want to match up with, even if it wasn't about the Mavericks, they're going to take it personally. And this is the old be careful who you step to. Be careful who you motivate. Be careful who you think we got a good matchup with. Especially when it's Luka, especially when it's Carlisle, especially when it's Tim Hardaway. Like, those dudes don't play. Luka knows nothing other than winning. He's more surprised that he didn't win last year than he is surprised that they are winning this year. So I'm fascinated by what happens next for the Clippers, because you get swept, or you even they lose the series to the Dallas Mavericks, and Steve Ballmer feels like that new age owner. Steve Ballmer feels a lot like Tillman Fertitta, where even if it's to the detriment ultimately of the team, he will make a drastic move to show everybody he's ticked off and he thinks he knows the right way to win a championship. Wow, what a crazy night. I mean, and in all honesty, it got a little bit close late in the fourth quarter, but it was they never led in the fourth quarter. They were down double digits most of the fourth quarter.